everybody. So in this video, I stumbled upon this article actually about an hour ago. So they published this slightly afternoon. Well, finally someone has written something on this, which is a good thing, right? But I would like to fill in some of the blanks in my commentary as well as providing my opinion slash questions on this particular topic. So my questions would be strictly for your thoughts only because the answers lie in your minds. Okay? So let's take a look at the headline. Increasing OPR is not a solution to inflation. Well, it's quite simple. As long as currency is created out of thin air, as long as printing press is still running in the central bank, as long as you are keeping and you're saving money in forms of cash, right? Well, those things are actually currencies. They are not money. And the fiat monetary system is being used, nothing is going to change the situation, but exacerbates it even more, right? It is going to make things worse. Now, for those who are interested in securing your wealth and savings with alternative economy instruments such as gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, you can reach out to us for consulting. In this article, the global economy is to blame. Okay? So factors leading to the so-called economic downfall is piggyback to increasing fuel prices, Russia and Ukraine conflict, as well as diminishing value of the Malaysian ringgit. Really, are those the only causes? All of these are because of recent events? A big no, and I disagree. The economy of the country itself has been in a troubled state for the last 10 to 15 years. Only then, people fail to see things right in front of them, problems being manifested, and also, the build-up of issues, economic issues that we have 10 to 15 years. Try to seek the news, right? Research into what happened for the past 10 to 15 years. Policy changes around economy, but people don't see this because people are living comfortably, right? That is always the case, always the case. So people were warned back then. I remember myself 8 years ago speaking about the impending economic crisis that we are going to have, but not many actually listened to me. So the economy of the country again has been in a troubled state for the last 10 to 15 years. Okay, very less of people actually took some actionable measures protecting them before from the financial plight of today. So reading further into this article, the writer mentioned that OPR is necessary to control economic growth. Now, my question would be, is our economy actually growing? Because I don't think so. I think our economy is dying. It is spending its last days in the intensive care unit. It is sliding down a slope waiting for the final crash. And that's bound to happen anytime now, right? So, before this, in my previous few videos, I had mentioned many times you spend what you save. You save what you freeze. All right? If you freeze fiat currencies or stocks, can these two instruments be frozen? A big no. Although you can sell this tomorrow, you can sell this pretty much on the spot. You can get your money back. You can get your currency back, right? You can get your limited purchasing power back. They cannot be frozen. Now, some people say, okay, a house is an asset, but it is a tangible asset. You have to understand what are intangible assets, what are tangible assets in the first place before you say that. Now, I remember 10 to 15 years ago, even some people that I know personally, right? Some of my friends, and also, people that I talk to with, right? They keep on buying houses. They say houses are very good investment, properties. Right now, they are suffering. They're suffering to pay back the bank. That's the first thing. Second, they are not really making incomes out of their homes, out of their properties. Okay? I'm speaking from the context of past 10 to 15 years. I'm not talking about those who have purchased properties 25 years ago. You guys are safe pretty much, right? But again, properties being tangible assets, you cannot sell this tomorrow. You cannot sell this the next week. You cannot sell this the very next month. People are having troubles to sell their houses today because it is so expensive. The market is so bloated, and the balloon has already popped a little bit here and there. We are waiting for the big balloon to pop on properties because I believe those who are keeping precious metals, those who are keeping alternative economy instruments, they'll be the ones actually, getting all these properties when all hell breaks loose on fiat currency. Because it is breaking loose right now. That's why being pointed out by this article, right? It is trying not to sound biased, but to be very honest, if you read this 10 times, you will get the hidden message of it. So, doing actual research since back then, since 10 years ago, right? I know that this is bound to happen. Okay? So again, what can be frozen would be gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies recently. And do not say crypto is bad unless you have studied crypto, unless you know someone who has created crypto, someone who understands the theory very well, because most of the people, they don't do research. They believe what they hear, they believe what they see. They don't really research and going into it. They don't really go into this, right? They know that, there are a lot of scams happening around. Well, that's because you never learn in the first place. Because cryptocurrencies are limited. These are not like currencies that we have today that is limitless. So gold and silver is limited too because you have to mine for these things to get them out from the ground. Okay, so these are the things that carry actual value rather than an instrument. Okay, currencies today, including Malaysian ringgit, is limitless. It can be printed or created out of thin air. And the result of that would be a monetary system that's spiraling out of control. That's what is happening right now. And I think most of us are borrowers. And in the end of the day, who is suffering because of this? It's us, the public. Not them, not the administration, right? So I will continue in my second video. So stay on, right? In the second video, I will discuss more about gold and silver, about what's happening around the country, especially Malaysia. Thank you.